So, what does the term relationship mean to you?
The first thing that comes to my mind is commitment. Relationship has to be something relatively more exclusive than just being connected with someone. It's a little more than just being acquainted with them, a little less than blood relation. So that the grey space in the middle, that's what I consider a relationship.
Okay, and you just mentioned that the first thing that comes to your mind is commitment in relationship. What do you mean by commitment in relationship?
Complete transparency, brutal honesty, loyalty, and treating the other person as their only choice, not an option.
Okay, so the first question is, what do you understand by romantic relationships?
I'm not sure if I know it correctly, but I will have to spend some time with the other person, thinking and trusting that I can enjoy myself not only in terms of knowing stuff about people, but also cherishing what they have in themselves. And if I can do it in a very open way, that is what means to have an open relationship.
Okay. What do you understand by commitment in a romantic relationship?
I think it doesn't have like a defined, it's not a defined term. It's subject to each person's interpretation, but as far as I'm concerned, I think the underlying trust is quite important. And if you can trust somebody, you can commit to do whatever you feel like doing. So that is most fundamentally.
And do you see any difference between dating and relationship?
Yeah, but dating is a very casual term, you know, if you date anyone, you date a colleague or a very good friend that you are even going with. But commitment and relationship, that's a different thing. It's a very big, it's a very, very big leap between both of them.
Fair enough. And what does come to your mind when we say the words love and lust?
Quite opposites.
So, would you like to explain?
In a relationship, they both can exist, but at times, or if I take a context about what my generation goes about with, love is a very hard term to be on right now.
And what's your stand on polygamy?
Polygamy? I do not believe in polygamy because I am of the opinion that a person should be devoted to one person. That is what I would expect a partner to do.
And where do you take your stand on living in relationships?
I personally believe it is a good trend because you get to know your to-be partner, if in case you happen to be. So you get to know the positives and the negatives well in detail, which you might not be able to explore if in case you are just living apart and being in a relationship.
And is there anything that I may have not asked and you would like to express in your understanding of relationship?
I think the current trend is very fast moving, wherein people do not devote much time on either one person or in a one relationship. They move.
What is your stand on polygamy?
I think humans are more animals and they are bound to be polygamous. It's just that they are tied down by society norms. That's why they have to be monogamous. But I think inherently they are polygamous.
And what is your take on living in relationships?
Yeah, it should be a norm. I think before marriage, everybody should have a living relationship and then come into the next step.
I think the general term is dating someone, be your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever can you want to label it. Dating would be more, involving both basically relationship and sexual relationship. And with relationship, I don't generalize because relationship can be with anyone and it's not sexual all the time, so it can be different too. And we say love and lust. So love is basically, I think, more platonic way. Like love could be also lust could be a way to show love, but basically love is more, I think, more emotional on an emotional level. Once you think about like the first thing come to your mind, unless it is more physically when you show love. And lust could also be someone without love. But
Next concept is about a live-in relationship. So a live-in relationship is where you are not married, but you are living just like a normal married couple. So you're living together. So of course, it's a good concept where you get to know about that person. Where you go, you get to know about your own needs also. That uh, how you share your close, intimate space with your romantic partner. So if you have that. The time, the resources, and of course no restrictions, then it's a good way to live, to explore life like this, and it is also legal. There is no.
I think commitment in a relationship is very, very important. It's, basically how dedicated you are towards that relationship. Any, whether it's a romantic relationship or any kind of relationship, I think that's very, very important. So even as friends, if there's no commitment, between two people to be a friend, I think that it doesn't serve a purpose of things. So it's very important, specifically, when we talk about a romantic relationship, it becomes even more important to have that commitment check done. And
yes. So, what do you understand by the term relationships? Okay. For me, relationship is actually a very vast term because you have so many people in your life, like your parents, your friends, your love relationship, your colleagues, etc. So, for me, relationship, if I say in a one word, it's an understanding. And if I elaborate it, then with different people, you have different kind of relationships. With parents you have respect, with parents you have love, with colleagues you have kind of a teamwork, with your partner it's love, it's romance and everything. And okay, what do you understand by romantic relationships? Romantic relationship romantic relationship, it's a fantasy. When you are in a when you are dating someone, it's a fantasy. You are always in a dream world. And but when you get married, it comes into understanding. It comes, it wants your understanding and your love, your time, your attention, everything. So romantic relationship is full of new experiences. It's full of responsibilities also, and at the last it's need understanding of both the partners. So what is your opinion about polygamy? Okay, see, I am a very liberal person, and what I believe is everyone has their own, requirements, and everyone has their own life. So they have a decision, whatever they want to you. If suppose you have multiple partners and all of them are agreed that yes, they're okay with the multiple partners, then I think it's fine if until and unless it's not hurting anyone. But is if you have one partner who is not ready, but the other one is in polygamy, so that's not good. You should be honest and you should be loyal to other partner. That is important. If both the partners are agree, then it's absolutely fine. As for me.
What do you understand by dating and relationship? Do you think they're different or one and the same thing?
It is like they're not one and the same thing. Dating is something which usually happens at the initial level. You date someone trying to find like, do you have some commonalities? Do you have like the kind of same emotional frequency, same physical frequency, or do you find each other attractive? By attractive, I don't just mean like attractive physically, but attractive like every sort of possible metaphysical thing that is out there. So if like that gets a kind of serious and you really look for a sort of a future with that particular partner, then maybe that dating tends to become like into something called a relationship.
Okay. Do you believe in the idea of polygamy?
Polygamy, uh, no, I don't really believe that because
Why?
as I already told, commitment and trust are like the basic founding things for a relationship. If you are in polygamy, basically you are not just attracted to that one particular partner. And by attraction, I mean not just physically. So if you are into polygamy, that means you are like attracted or like you connect with like multiple partners out there, which
Okay.
could be like a thing for some particular point of time. But down the line, after some time, there needs to be like one partner you need to be.
Okay. When we say live in relationship, what do you understand by that?
Uh, live-in relationship is something like uh, a trailer of how. See, when people are like in a relationship, things are like very mushy. It's like things kind of are like very good. Everything you kind of find them to be in the attractive space. We find whatever the other person does like at their own particular home. They like kind of we find that fine. But when things turn a bit serious, when people start to live together, be it like through the process of marriage or like any other process, things kind of take a very different turn. They don't tend to be the same what we thought, what type of perception we had about the person earlier, that could change like very drastically. So a live-in
So if
relationship, yeah,
you are given an opportunity to enter into a live-in relationship, would you like it? Would you want it?
mm, is a very lucrative option, but I don't think I will go for it.
Okay. Thank you so much.